Okay, we are in the shed today. It's Saturday now. I already got started. Got the new wood rack in here, some stuff sitting on the shelf, some of my nice Milwaukee tools, and the Boxo shop towels. I was gonna film doing the full loadout of this, but of course Mother Metal called just as I was pushing record, so I aborted that, talked to her, and this is how much I got loaded in while I was talking to her. So that conversation is now over. I still have wood there in the trailer. That is the 116 hydrostatic that I will be selling in the spring. I do want to try to find a new seat for it. That seat is shot. And of course I got to put it back together. But runs good, even without a battery. Means the charging system works. It's pretty hard to go wrong. It's a magneto, as long as it's not wet. They pretty much work forever. So I got the nice leather palm gloves on, which I like to wear when I'm handling wood that's potentially got all sorts of sharp edges on it from broken branches and whatnot. So I'm gonna go back to loading this up, cleaning stuff up around here. We will take the camera and go look at the tent shed, because I rearranged the tent shed. It's not finished yet. I need Lady Metal's help to get the kayaks properly hung from the ceiling and whatnot, but I had to rearrange it to make room, because all of the John Deere garden tractors and that one lawn tractor that I'm using at the moment, all of them need to go in there this winter. Unfortunately, that means the poor farmall doesn't have a home for the winter. So I bought some very thick, high quality tarps in a very large size to wrap her up like a Christmas present for the winter. On that note, I'm going to get busy. This will be a time lapse for you guys. I will talk to you afterwards. Well, there we have it. Whew. It's hot today. It's another 80-degree Fahrenheit day, which is about something like 28, 29 degrees Celsius. Centigrade, whichever term you prefer, the same unit of measurement. So of course I have my dual water system. I'm down to just the ice bottle, about a third of the ice left, and not a whole lot of water in there. I already refilled it all the way. That needs to go in my recycles, which are right there. Oh, all right, let me unplug you guys. Yeah. and also remove you from your tripod. There we go. Unplugged all the way now. Perfect. So there is the wood. The stove is right there. This is just a scrap mess at the moment. And the shed is back to being somewhat messy because, well, I'm shifting things all over the place, and I had to get stuff out. Other stuff needed to be temporarily out of the rain, etc. So very soon the stove will be coming out to get painted with the high temp 2000 degree specifically paint that we've discussed before. It's about time. If anything, it's overdue. So that is coming soon as well. Oh, you might be able to hear the air compressor just kicked on outside. Let's take a wander. I'm moving a little slow because I'm kind of stiff. We have our bag of kindling. We have this entire massive box full of paper, plus more paper in that bag down there, more paper in that box down there, recycles, fuel jugs, oil jugs, etc. This is going to go out in the new shed once it arrives and gets built, along with all the tools that hang on it. Full can of fuel, yada yada yada. A box of stuff for Lady Metal. I've got, oh good, thank you for shutting off. I've got this out so that it can be gotten ready for this winter. You guys know I'm mostly brand agnostic. I mean, Farmall, John Deere's, Husqvarna. All right, the Craftsman wasn't mine. I got that for free. It's non-running condition, along with this yard machines. Those are both projects just to get them running. But the important part to me is that that's a Briggs & Stratton engine. There are parts for that. Not sure yet what that is. I haven't looked into it. It's probably also a Briggs, if I had to guess. But even if it's not, these are both nice mulching mowers. So I can, if nothing else, I can always remotor them. This one is also power drive. So you just walk behind it, it pulls itself. Lazy people kind of thing, but they will sell. All right, the gardening stuff. That blown up motor that I picked up cheap. There's one kayak and a couple of the weed whackers. There's the other kayak. I did my best to hang it. It's not a great job. I need Lady Metal's help, like I said, before I can hang it properly. So yeah, you have the stack of old tires, the stack of empty fuel cans, the John Deere 214, the John Deere 212, the brand new tires that are going to go on one of those two, whichever one I get running first, which is probably going to be the 214, just because it's in better shape overall. And no, 214's not got a real bad flat tire. It's a little bit flat, but the ground is sloped. All right, the hood for the 116, some of the parts for the 116, plus some miscellaneous parts. Two of the same mower deck. These are what goes on those two, and the 116 takes the same deck as well. Although I'm kind of tempted, honestly, to put the smaller size deck, since I have a couple of those as well, onto the 116. It'll sell. A couple cans of chainsaw mixed fuel. It also goes in those. They all take the same mix. That's half a 5-gallon can for the farmall. Let's see what else. I think that's everything out here. There's the old pretty crappy tarp. It's got holes in it and everything. And of course you guys saw the tarp yesterday, or well, the load of stuff yesterday. The new tarps are actually in the cab. Lady Metal also found these on clearance. They were tagged as $13.99. They were $10.99. 50 foot, 133 pound working load limit, 3/8 inch braided rope. We got a few of them. Yeah, everything out here is pretty much the same as it was before, except of course I brought Lady Metal's tools out to get painted. Silly stink bugs, go away. The one DeWalt, well, one of two DeWalt tools I own. I'm not a DeWalt guy, I'm a Milwaukee guy. As much as I meant anything, I'm not that picky, honestly. T-shirt that started to tear, so that's out here to be a rag. This is a box of goodies though. Some chainsaw and weed whacker fuel line, because I have a couple chainsaws I'm working on, and I'm pretty sure one of them needs new fuel line. More paper, yay! And then this is a whole box of goodies. This didn't come in this box. This is wire in two different colors. It's Vietnam era tripwire is what it is, and it's actually like old stock military. These bottles though, I'm gonna fill these with 2-cycle oil, chainsaw oil basically. These are going to be for bottle feeding carburetors. They are one option for it. Unfortunately, this bottle arrived with a cracked lid. Not a big deal. They were super cheap, not even worth my time to return them. So I got some inline Wix fuel filters, 5 of those. Here's our other option. Once the oil that is in them, this is really thin sewing machine oil, but these are cool because I need both hands there. This comes out intentionally, and you can dribble fuel once the oil's out of here. So I have plenty of things I can use this sewing machine oil on as well. Plenty of things I need thin oil for. And then 2 cheap electric fuel pumps, just to have them in stock, same with the fuel filters, so that as I'm working on projects, I don't have to scramble running to get stuff. That's the gist of that box. So here we go. Lady Metals tool. Z, plural, tools. Well, it's really only one tool, a charger, 2 batteries, and a case. And the batteries aren't the greatest. They're only the 2 amp hour CPs. Yeah, they're both 2 amp hour. But as far as I can tell, that one's never even been used. So the plan is with this to paint all the red into lavender. And that includes the case inside and out. The case will be first. I'll pop the handle off. I'll probably have to tape off the latches, keep them black, because I want those to stay black. I will tape off the white Milwaukee. I will tape off, or use a heat gun to just remove the item tags from each end, and then it's going to get painted, cleaned and painted. So that's a tomorrow project though. I have plenty more work out here to do today. This really needs to get done, at least to the point that the wheel is on it and can be moved, just pushed around if nothing else, because this needs to go in the tent shed. That one is going to get fully disassembled. I think I've mentioned that a few times. The frame can sit outside for all I care. The fenders too, seat even. Back tires, they're pretty much shot, so the whole thing can sit outside, except I want the motor off of it to go inside before it gets ruined, if it's not already. And no, it's been sitting out in the years, out in the weather for years in a fence row. So if it is shot, it's not because of me. I wonder. Oh, it spins. It even sounds like it has compression. I bet you that thing will run. Carb's wide open though. I've put that through the ultrasonic cleaner. There's a few other bits and bobs I want off of it. The steering wheel's in relatively good shape. It's got some cracks, but it's usable. Might as well take that off. The mule drive setup though, I definitely want to grab that, because if you guys may remember from a long time ago, this outer pulley that's yellow that drives the attachments, front or rear, depending on what you're running on it, that mule drive pulley I had to have made. I did a good job, but does this tractor have one? Negative. This tractor only has the inside pulley and the nut. This tractor, however, has dual pulley. So there's the proper like factory mule drive pulley, the outer one with the integral nut welded onto it. I want that off of there, clean that up and paint that, and we'll put that on that tractor. And then of course there's the saw. The saw really needs some love, but it's not going to get it most likely this year. I did say previously that this would be a spring project. It might be a project this fall if I have time for it, but we got to get everything else done first, including building the shed, and then if there's any good weather left, maybe we'll pressure wash, sand, and paint this thing. Take it all apart, put new wood on, you know, the whole 9 yards. So one of my goals for today or tomorrow is to get that belt off though, so it's not sitting out in any more rain. Oh yeah, the paint and primer test. Lady Mel and I agree. Lavender needs the white primer and the grape needs the gray primer. Honestly, the grape looks pretty good on both, but the lavender looks way better. Actually, I don't know, today it looks better on the gray. Interesting. All right, I have work to do, way too much work, and I'm not gonna film a whole lot of it. Probably not gonna film any more at all today. I will film for you guys tomorrow. Right now I'm tired, hot, I have way too much to do and too little time to do it in. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.